As I've been saying all through the week, I am convinced that the public is far more understanding and forgiving when it comes to these allegations of murder in the ranks of our special forces. All you have to do is read the letters to the editor, listen to talkback radio calls on the subject, and see what I've seen here this week in emails to Sky News. The public wants to see the evidence. The public wants the witnesses given a proper going over in a court of law before we keep piling on. And this idea of stripping all SAS units of what they have rightly achieved, which would now be historically cancelled, is facing a huge backlash. Now, shortly, I'll speak with the father of one former SAS soldier who'll be pleading for the defence hierarchy and the government to stop, pause and wait before rewriting military history. And what I've heard from the Australian War Memorial today is a complete betrayal of all these men and women. Now, the memorial's curators and historians will be given free rein to address the dark chapter truthfully in its exhibitions, we're told. Truthfully. Which truth? Paul Brereton's truth? The truth eventually tempered with explanations from the accused? That truth? Or the truth after that survives after the court's finished with the allegations and whoever might be prepared to stand in a witness box? That, to me, would be the only truth worth portraying, wouldn't it? Memorial Director Matt Anderson had better be very careful dabbling in this area. And so soon after one damning report is tabled. Now, I suspect the backlash could grow enormously if early and untried allegations were plastered across exhibits at the memorial's amended truth. Now, ordinarily, we're all taught this as kids. The truth is somewhere in between, somewhere between two competing stories. Meanwhile, I won't spend too much on the artist, writer and non-binary queer youth worker Bobouk Sayed. Have you heard about this? This thankless poser has made cretinous statements in the university-funded magazine Mean Jin, which is edited, by the way, by an ABC presenter. Bobouk claims the Afghan war crimes are the very character of Australia on display. He says perhaps these war crimes in Afghanistan are not an exceptional lapse in judgment, but the very character of Australia on display in full focus. He was also outraged that newspaper articles on the Brereton Report would dare list 24-hour support and counselling hotlines for members of the Australian Defence Force and their families. Now, Bobouk, how about you thank the Australian government before you write this garbage for allowing your parents into this free country as refugees, which they did? And how about you thank the vast majority of our Australian soldiers who went to Afghanistan to save the backsides of law-abiding citizens there from the torturous Taliban regime? Now, they not only risked their lives doing so, Bobouk, many of them lost their lives. And how about you thank your God that this Australian culture allows you to express those outrageous thoughts, free of persecution and the threat of death, just like I am free right here to strongly disagree.